Okay, in this part of the vlog entry, I start off when I'm still at the airport, and I'll begin by reiterating some things I had already stated as far as like some of the obstacles I'll be coming across and whatnot. Now, a lot of stuff is going to seem redundant, and it's going to happen throughout the whole vlog series because, again, this process wasn't something I had the time to plan ahead of time, alright? So, a lot of these things are forming in my head, these ideas are forming in my head real time as I'm expressing them. You know, I'm basically putting together this whole project as I'm doing it. So naturally some things are going to come out that I had already said, and because I'm just talking about my experiences in the moment, and some of these experiences, you know, just happen to be repetitive processes, and it's not like I have a script, so, you know, I'm just saying things as they come to my head. Outside of that, there's going to be a lot of visuals in this part, just because most of it is going to deal with my travel to Dakar, and then from the airport in Dakar to the place where I'll be staying. Now, I wasn't able to get as much footage as I wanted to regarding the travel because obviously there's times where you can't have your camera on, or you can't have your phone on. Like on the plane, for example, they tell you to turn your phone off and all your electronics at certain points. And then when I got to Dakar at the airport, you know, they have law enforcement standing around, and it's just not cool. You can't be a person from a foreign country carrying a camera around and recording people and stuff. This is the type of thing you usually need waivers for and whatnot. And it's just not appropriate, for lack of a better term. So anyway, I did the best I could with that, and check it out. So just to clarify what's going on with this trip, I'm going on a trip to Senegal to shoot a short documentary and a video based on the Somebody's in the East song that I've put together with some collaborating artists, one from Tanzania, one from Senegal, and another, my homie from Philly, Sudan. I'm going by myself with, you know, my equipment right here. I got my camera and my tripod and this iPhone, alright, and a couple dollars in my pocket. So when I get there, I'll have to figure out how I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna have to find a camera person, probably, maybe pay him a couple dollars, teach him real quick how to hold a camera. I do have one of my sisters who's gonna help direct. So maybe I don't know. I'll see how this works out, but you know, I just haven't believed that it will. And you know, creativity really overcomes anything, I believe. That's how I've been getting by my whole life, with very little resources. So this is going to be about how to get things done with very little resources, and just your creativity, your mind, and your manpower. But we'll see. I'm gonna make it work. I love Senegal, I love the Senegalese people, but one of the not so great things about Senegal was the amount of bribing and begging and stuff like that from the people that went on. It takes some getting used to. I had been in Africa before. You know, I've been to Ghana and Ivory Coast, and it was kind of similar in that way. So I kind of knew what to expect as far as that, but that was years ago. So, you know, it took some readjusting, you know, once I got there. Now, I got held up once I got in the airport because of a situation like that with customs, alright? So I managed to get through customs, and I'll talk about that in the vlog, so I don't want to go into much detail about that. But at this point, I'm kind of winging it. Like, I didn't know, like, one of the things they asked me customs was who was I going to visit? Did I have an address? Did I have a phone number? I had none of that. And I didn't even realize that I didn't have none of that once when I got on the plane and when I was planning this whole trip. So, you know, this is something I didn't plan for, alright? So when I managed to get through, after some bribing and stuff like that. I managed to get through customs, and then when I'm coming out, like when you come out of the airport, it's like this gate that blocks between the parking lot and the exit for all the people that's arriving. And you walk along the gate, and then there's a little opening at the end of the gate. So when I come out, there's this gate, and people are like actually on the gate, saying all this stuff. Like, I'm like bombarded with this as soon as I come out. And these are like people soliciting for, you know, cab rides or, you know, trying to exchange money, or just people asking for money, because when they see a foreign person, they just assume you got money. And I kind of knew I was going to deal with that, but it's just like as soon as I get there, this is what I'm bombarded with. On top of the fact, I didn't even know who was coming to pick me up. I didn't know what was going to go on, so this is just now hit me. I'm like, damn, like I might wind up having to like stay at some stranger's crib and send a car overnight and then try to figure out how I'm going to get back home. I mean, so I'm thinking, you know, I'm just winging it at this point. Like, all right, I'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But then I see my ride. My ride is there. My brother-in-law, Can't See, who's a co-founder of Porte Passage, along with my sister. So he's there. He's like, Taji. So I'm like, at least that's taken care of. But then he loses the ticket to get out of the parking lot. So this is another thing you're going to see me having to deal with in the vlog. And outside of that, there's going to be more visuals from the airport to the house that I'm going to be staying at, the car. And that's about it for the setup for the rest of this part of the vlog. Alright, so I just arrived in Senegal. They already got me at the airport. Before I even got out the airport, they got me for some money because I didn't have my yellow card, which nobody told me I needed to get. So I had to pay them, try to give them 20, but they like $50. I have no choice because otherwise they wasn't gonna let me through. But I heard they get you for money here, so I have to get that yellow card before I come back, they said, or I might have a problem. Anyway, I'm here, got my ride right there behind me. We just gotta find a ticket so we can get out the parking lot, and then I'm on my way. Peace. Still in the parking lot here, so we can't find a ticket to get out, and they're not that forgiving here, so they're gonna try to either get a whole lot of money from me or we ain't getting out. That's what I'm assuming is probably gonna happen right here. So my journey here still is not over yet. We'll see how we get out of this. So right now he's over there trying to see if he can. Well, I guess he's talking to some guys to see how he can possibly get out. I don't know. Man, I just want. I'm ready to go home already. Nah, but I want to get my project started. Yo, I just want to get this started. This is just too much. Alright, so we wound up getting another ticket.
She said, what do you want me to do? Oh, there's the door close.
Might be the back.
Oh yeah, that's the back one. Let me go.
So we wound up getting another ticket. So I guess it is some forgiving people here. We about to get out of here finally. What time is it?
You can negotiate everything here, depending on how you talk to people. You know, everything is possible here.
So,
you know,
when I got here, I didn't have a yellow card. So I didn't know I had to have one.
Oh, you should have. They ask you for that?
Yeah, they asked me for it. Everybody had one. They're asking everybody for one. So I had to pay them for that. As soon as I get here, I have to get somebody money.
So how much did they ask you to pay?
$50.
$50.
Yeah.
50. So you gave them $50 here?
I had to. Yeah.
No.
I tried to give them 20 and they wouldn't take it. But they said I have to have it before I leave.
Oh yeah. I didn't hear about that yellow fuel card. Are you supposed to have it? I'm not sure.
I mean, they was asking everybody for it, so.
Oh, okay, maybe. It's funny that they ask you for that. They are asking everybody. Maybe it's a new thing.
Yeah, you know what? The lady I sit next to on the planes and say about it too. So, yeah. All right, first of all, let me just get this out of the way. I know I look a little bit different than I did last time y'all saw me narrating, but pay that no mind if you can, all right? Because as I keep saying, this is all a creation in progress, for lack of a better way of describing it. In other words, what you see right now in the video is actually where I am in the whole editing and planning process of the blog, if that makes sense. So if I'm editing them and I see at a point I need more narration, I have to stop what I'm doing right there and go add the narration so that everything flows smoothly together without knowing exactly where it's going to end up at. That said, I don't have makeup artists and whatnot on hand to make sure that my hair is cut the exact same way or that my beard is cut the exact same length or even that I had the same clothes on just to make it look like this was all recorded on the same day. I ain't got time for that, alright? I did try to put at least the same style of shirt on for y'all, but so this is just my little disclaimer, so you know that next time if you see me, if I got a bald head or an afro or, you know, locks or a jerry curl, something like that, or my beard might be gray, you know, you'll know why that's the case, alright? Actually, my beard might be gray next time y'all see me, the rate I'm going, but anyway, look at it like this. Hopefully this will make it more interesting because you'll be coming along on this creative process with me. So, you know, I kind of like the fact that I'm doing it this way. What I really wanted to interject here, though, is I just wanted to update you guys on what happened with the whole yellow card thing. It's actually a yellow fever card, but people call it a yellow card because it's yellow, alright? I didn't need one. I didn't need one to get into Senegal. I didn't need one coming back. I didn't have a problem coming back. My sister and my nephew went over there, didn't have a problem at all. If I'm not mistaken, as an American, you don't need this card because I do recall the lady I was sitting next to on a plane talking about how you need this yellow fever card now, but most of the people on the plane weren't American. But I knew I was going to have some type of problem as I approached the checkout area at customs because I saw them looking at all these extra documents on people, and all I had was my passport and my ID. So I didn't know what these documents were, but I knew whatever documents they were, I didn't have it. All right, so I knew I was going to come across some type of problem. Also, I was an easy target because I was the last person in line. All right, because I had all this equipment with me, and to make sure I had everything before I got off the plane, I was taking my time. All right, so I was in the back of the line. There were no witnesses, if you think about it. I was traveling by myself. I had all this equipment. It probably looked like I had money. On top of all that, they looked at my passport. I had to renew my passport, so it was brand new and shiny and crisp, and they saw I hadn't been to Senegal before. So they probably looked at me like, all right, I could get this dude, all right? But, you know, at this point, because of what they had brought to my attention about the fact that I didn't have an address to where I was going, didn't have a phone number to where I was going, they actually put this idea in my mind. I wasn't even thinking about it at the time. I'm like, damn, like, I gotta make sure I can get where I'm going, even if I get through customs. So the $50 they got out of me, at this point I'm thinking I got more important things to worry about. If they need $50 for me to pass through here, let me just give it to them and be on my way. Not to say that didn't hurt. I mean, that $50 was heavy because I only came with $250 to $300. However, I just tried to look at it positively and say, you know what, things happen for a reason. Maybe wherever this $50 is going, this person needs it much more than I do. You know, I just looked at it as charity. And actually the $200 to $250 I had left over stretched me out pretty well over the course of the next 2 weeks because the American dollar is worth so much in Senegal. So even with the little money I had to give to people here and there to help out with various tasks associated with the video shoots and whatnot, you know, I managed to get by. And plus I'm good at being thrifty when I need to be. So, you know, it was all good. I was cool. So we arrived at our destination.
First destination.
First destination, yeah. The house right there. So I arrived at my destination. It's my nephews right here. Sister, brother-in-law. So I guess we'll get started today with some recording, figure out what we're gonna do, and that's it.